Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Can everyone put their device on silent, on mute?
Oh, Jazz. Sorry, Jazz.
State of Michigan, 36th District Court is now assessed with the Honorable Christina B. Kennedy. During proceedings, there should be no driving, smoking, eating, drinking, sleeping, or laying down. Now start your video on your device unless the court instructs you to do so. And if there's anything that you need to do that you don't want the rest of the world to see, please walk away from the camera quietly. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, y'all.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Judge Christina B. Kennedy. I will preside over the docket for courtroom 433 this afternoon. This is a landlord-tenant docket. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience as we got everyone checked in today. We have a very light docket today. I am going to call all of the cases at one time. Please listen out for your name, address, or case number, but please don't say anything until I have called all of the cases. After I call the cases, I will ask for the plaintiffs to state your names. If there's a plaintiff's attorney, I will ask that the plaintiff's attorney place your appearance on the record, and then I'll do the same thing for the defendants. At that time, please turn on your camera if it's not already turned on. Unmute your device and state your name. And if you called in to this session today, meaning you dialed a telephone number to join us, you would dial *6 to unmute. Before I begin, I do want to reemphasize Officer Wallace's instruction that if there's anything that you don't want the rest of the world to see you doing, you please make sure you step away from your device completely, or make sure your camera is turned off. We are streaming these proceedings live over YouTube. That means that anybody in the world can join us and watch these proceedings. So to prevent any embarrassment, if you need to do something like use the restroom or change your shirt or something of that nature, please make sure you completely turn off your camera or completely walk away from your device, okay? All right, let's begin. Now calling case number 24351964, Kim Folks versus Alicia Johnson and Vincent Smith Jr. This is for property located at 18066 Harlow in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24351-985, Estelle Aaron versus Regiana Holcomb. This is for property located at 2500 Taylor, Upper Flats in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24351-975, Michigan Foreclosure Solution, LLC versus Althea Little and all other occupants of 12615 Metatol Street in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24351-992. This is Sterling Anthony versus Lydia Ferguson. This is for property located at 12043 Hartwell in the city of Detroit. And finally, this case is from the 145 docket. This is case number 24350-402, Sky Residential LLC versus Sadia Jasmine Warrid and all occupants of 7349 Warwick in the city of Detroit. This particular case is before the court on a complaint for possession after land contract forfeiture. The remaining matters are before the court on complaints to recover possession of property and complaints for non-payment of rent. Today is the date and time scheduled for a first hearing or these are all first hearings for all of the cases that I just called. Pursuant to Michigan Supreme Court Administrative Order 2020-17, all first hearings are to be adjourned. Therefore, these matters will be adjourned to a new date. Ladies and gentlemen, please write this information down. Your next court date will be September 5th, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. September 5th, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. is the next time the court will call these cases. These cases will be called next in person. And so on September 5th, there will not be a Zoom hearing. You are to come down to court in person. We'll call these cases at the 36th District Court, which is located at 421 Madison in downtown Detroit. I'm in courtroom 433, and so you need to come to courtroom 433 on September 5th at 8:30 a.m. If you are logged in via a tablet or a smartphone, you should be able to access your Zoom chat. Madam Clerk did just type that information into the Zoom chat. So if you'd like to, you can go into the Zoom chat and screenshot the information. Otherwise, I ask that you write the information down. The court will mail notices to appear to all parties, but in case those notices get lost, I like to make sure people record the information about the next court date. Plaintiffs, let's see. At the next court date, you are to bring the following documentation if you have not already filed it. You need a copy of the deed to the property, a copy of the lease agreement, a copy of the most up-to-date rental ledger if rent is at issue. I need the completed proof of service. And if there's a property management agreement in place, I need that as well. And additionally, if there's anything else that supports your claim, please bring that to court with you on September 5th at 8:30 a.m. Please make sure you bring those documents to court in paper format. Please bring paper formats. I don't typically scroll through people's cell phones or laptops, and I can't put electronic devices into the court file. I need paper format for all of your substantiating documentations. Your failure to bring those documents to the next court date will result in a dismissal of your case. So please make sure you bring those documents to court with you on September 5th. Defendants, if you have any evidence that supports your defense, please make sure you bring that evidence in paper format. Specifically, I'm talking about rental receipts or photographs. Again, please don't bring your phone in here and ask me to scroll through it. I really don't feel comfortable scrolling through people's phones, and I can't, again, put that information into the court's file. Plaintiffs, you have the right to be represented by an attorney. You can hire your own attorney to represent you if you'd like, and you also have the right to represent yourself. Defendants, you have the right to be represented by an attorney if you so choose. You can either hire your own attorney or you can speak to the agency attorneys that are present in the Zoom session today. They are here to provide you, the defendant tenants, with legal advice for the day, with the potential of them taking on your case to represent you throughout the close of these proceedings. At the end of your hearing today, I will ask that you be transferred into a breakout room. If you're logged in via a tablet or a smartphone, you will receive a prompt come across your screen. Please tap the prompt. It will take you into the breakout room. If you called in, meaning you actually dialed a telephone number to join us today, you don't have to worry about a prompt. You will be transferred automatically. Either way, once you get into the breakout room, you'll be in there by yourself for just a moment. The attorneys are going to make their way one by one into each breakout room. So I ask that you have patience. Please don't start pressing buttons, raising your hand, or coming back out into the main session unprompted. Everyone will be seen by an attorney today. Defendants, after you are done speaking with the attorneys, you are free to log off, but please make sure you come back to court on September 5th at 8:30 a.m. to courtroom 433. Defendants, if you do not come to court on September 5th at 8:30 a.m., a default judgment can be entered against you. And plaintiffs, if you do not come to court on September 5th at 8:30 a.m., your case will be dismissed. So everybody, please make sure you come to court timely on September 5th, and that's in person. I believe I've covered everything. With all of that information being provided, for matter ending in 964, is the plaintiff Kim Folks present? If so, oh, I see you, ma'am. Please unmute yourself and state your name for the court reporter.
Good afternoon. My name is Kim Folks.
Good afternoon to you, Ms. Folks. Is the defendant Elisha Johnson or Vincent Smith Jr. present? Please unmute yourself, turn on your camera, and state your name. All right.
Hello, Elisha
Hi.
Johnson.
Is your camera working, ma'am? Please turn it on.
Okay. Here we go.
There you are. Okay, thank you. Hello to you, Ms. Johnson. All right, Ms. Folks, you are the plaintiff. Ms. Johnson, you are the defendant. This is a complaint for damage, health hazard to property. Ms. Folks, did you get the information about the next court date?
Yes.
Okay. What about you, Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Okay, I'll see you both here on the 5th of September at 8:30 a.m. Ms. Folks, please bring your deed and other evidence supporting your complaint, okay?
Okay.
And the proof of service as well. All right, I'll see you back here on the 5th. You're free to log off, Ms. Folks. Can I have someone transfer Ms. Johnson into a breakout room? Just tap the prompt, Ms. Johnson. Thank you. That concludes the matter ending in 964. For matter ending in 985, is Estelle Aaron present? Estelle. All right, Madam Clerk has indicated that the plaintiff failed to check in on this matter. I'm sorry?
Which one you want?
This is 985.
Oh, no, check.
No check-in from the plaintiff. Is the defendant, Regiana Holcomb, present?
No checking.
Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendant also failed to check in. There is a proof of service in the file, however, and so the court is going to proceed with this first hearing on this complaint for non-payment of rent. This will be adjourned to a subsequent hearing to take place at the date and time previously provided on the record. The court will mail notice to both parties. If the defendant logs in to court today, as with the other cases, the defendant will have an opportunity to speak to an agency defense attorney. That concludes the matter ending in 985. For matter ending in 975, can I have plaintiff's counsel appearance for Michigan Foreclosure Solutions?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Adam Devlin, P 72877 for the plaintiff.
Good afternoon to you, Attorney Devlin. Is Althea Little or any occupant of 12615 Metatol present?
No checking.
Thank you. Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendant failed to check in on this case. However, we do have a proof of service in the file, and so the court is going to proceed with the first hearing on this complaint to recover possession of property. This matter will be adjourned to a subsequent hearing to take place on September 5th, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. in person in courtroom 433. The court will mail notice. Thank you, Attorney Devlin.
Your Honor.
Have a good day. That concludes the matter ending in 975. For matter ending in 992, is the plaintiff Sterling Anthony present? If so, please turn on your camera, unmute yourself, and state your name.
Sterling Anthony.
Uh-oh. Is your camera working? Oh, wait. Say your name again, please. Please turn on your camera.
Sterling Anthony.
Is your camera working, Mr. Anthony?
I'm getting a message that says Zoom is unable to detect a camera.
Okay, well, we'll roll with that for today. Good afternoon to you, Mr. Anthony. Is
Good
the
afternoon.
defendant, thank you. Is the defendant Lydia Ferguson present?
No checking.
Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendant did not check in today. Mr. Anthony, I don't have a proof of service in this file. Do you know if the defendant served?
Well, I paid for the service. I filed Monday of last week, I think. And on
Okay.
Wednesday, I put the papers and a check in the box of Myron Bell. And the next
Okay.
day, I called his number, and the woman said that she acknowledged receipt of the
Okay.
documents that I placed in his mailbox.
All right. So that doesn't mean that he's actually served the defendant. You said you last communicated with somebody on August 7th?
That would have been a week ago today, Judge. I filed on a Monday, placed the documents in his box on a Wednesday, and called his number the next day on a Thursday and was told, yes, he did receive my documents.
Okay, he received them. That does not mean he served the defendant. And there is no proof of service in the physical file, nor does our register of actions reflect that Officer Bell has filed the proof of service. And so the court is not going to proceed with the first hearing today. The court is going to adjourn this matter. This matter will be adjourned pursuant to our court policy to September 12th at 1:35 p.m. That will give you an opportunity, or that will give Officer Bell an opportunity to serve the defendant. And so your matter is adjourned to September 12th, 2024. You will appear again, or you should appear again on September 12th via Zoom, the same way you appeared today. And that'll be at 1:35 p.m. Okay?
September 12th.
All right.
1:35, Judge?
Yes, September 12th at 1:35, the same way you appeared today. That is to allow for service of the defendant.
Okay,
Okay, thank you. That concludes the matter ending in 992. Have a good day.
thank you again.
You're welcome. For matter ending in 402, can I have plaintiff's counsel place your appearance on the record?
Good afternoon, Joe Horka, P75969 for plaintiff.
Thank you. Good afternoon to you, Attorney Horka. Is the defendant Sadia Jasmine Warid or any occupant of 7349 Warwick present?
Okay.
Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendant failed to check in. This is a complaint for land contract forfeiture. There is a proof of service in the file indicating that the defendant was personally served. And so, this matter will, wait a minute. Okay, so this matter will be adjourned to September 5th, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. in courtroom 433. That'll be in person. The court will mail notice.
Thank you.
That concludes this matter. Thank you, Attorney Horka. And that concludes the docket for courtroom 433 for Thursday, August 15th. Thank you so much to the agency attorneys, to the plaintiff's attorneys, to the litigants, and to my court staff. Court is adjourned.